All right, good evening, May 5th. Calling to order at the San Bernardino Allegiance flag.
Dear Heavenly Father, we ask you tonight to give us the wisdom and enlightenment that the board needs to make the best decision on behalf of the community and the children who serve here today. And then you enlighten them moving forward with all the decisions for years to come. After today, we want to make sure that we protect our kids from everything that's going on in this world and that they have a safe home here in Progreso Island. Okay?
We have public audience, Ms. Pina. Ms. Pina.
She's the only one?
Yeah, that's fine.
Buenas tardes, no soy de Einstein, mi nombre es Cecilia Mendoza. Vine a la junta de las 2 de la tarde y me gustaría informar de algunas sugerencias que me dirigen a este país durante la junta. Mencionaron sobre el calendario y sobre el CT, programa de los cambios. La primera sugerencia que hice es que las comunidades sean tomadas en cuenta para decidir en la adopción del nuevo calendario, ya sea mandando un link donde puedan votar o volantes de encuesta o algo similar. La segunda sugerencia que les hice fue hacer un evento de regreso a clases a la comunidad. Yo he visto que hay días hace como back to school fairs, andan pasando flyers también to get kids for the community. So, donde se pueda dar, el evento sería como para dar información sobre nuestro distrito, programas que ofrecemos, conocer a los maestros, tener un poco de actividades para que para poder pedir el apoyo de la comunidad. También me fortalece que yo llegar al city y poder pasar como en un park para que sea un evento de comunidad. Y eso nada más sería el objetivo para incrementar el número de estudiantes en el distrito. La última sugerencia que hice fue una presentación de los programas que ofrecemos. Yo sé que me informaron que los programas que se ofrecen se les dan nada más a los niños de Library Orientation cuando obligaciones, pero ¿por qué no incluyan a los padres? O sea, nada más a los niños, pero también a los papás. Porque nosotros como padres conocemos a nuestros hijos, conocemos las cualidades que los niños tienen. Y así podemos motivar a los niños a que puedan un programa de padre para cada quien. Y el 4 horas gracias durante la junta de las 2 de la tarde y pues muchas gracias.
I only have 3 concerns. One is the tires by the bus barn. You pass by there and it looks like a dump. I don't know if the school is going to recycle them or do for a project or something, but let's clean up the mess a little bit. Ya les allá en el bus barn. Y las 2 segundas, they're on a positive note. We would like to see mariachis in the school district. You know, that they could play like the Mother's Day or special events. I would encourage the school to do the mariachi. And also, my favorite, forgot. Is there gonna be any summer sports programs for the youth? Because they want me to do basketball, but I'm not a basketball person. I'm more of a baseball and soccer person. So is the school district gonna have any summer events for the children? So I can relay them to my parents. And basically, that's it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Supervisor reports.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board, community. This time, I would like to recognize our baseball team. They had a fantastic season. They went to playoffs. We lost against Haverhill. However, the games were very, very tight, very competitive. So at this time, I'm gonna pass it on and let's give a round of applause to our athletic director, Mr. Ivan Gonzalez. For now, members of the community, we would like to recognize our varsity baseball team. This year we had a first year coach, Samuel Zeppa, lead the program. Did an amazing job, ended up the season with a 13-12 record. One of the first times that we've had a winning record in a very, very long time. We were fortunate enough to end up as the 4th seed. We did play a very competitive game against Santa Rosa for the playing spot to try and get that last spot in the playoff. And some boys stepped up. If you came to that 3rd game when we played here at home, they demolished Santa Rosa. It was a great just a great way to end the regular season and to get us ready for the postseason. We did face a very competitive team in Haverhill, and we're very proud of the boys, regardless of the outcome, just because of all of the success that we saw. They placed very well at the Mercedes tournament when they attended there. They did very well at St. Joseph tournament when they went there. And we just began to see things development in terms of the actual program. We're excited where it's headed. And again, we would like to recognize them again. Thank you for all the support, given the parents, community for the support the entire time, the entire season. It's a very long season for baseball, and thanking our coaches as well. We're going to start off today by recognizing our seniors. First up, we have Eva Cavazos. Next, we have David Hernandez. Up next, we have Roel Mercado. Next, we have Julio Descendes. Up next, we have Joel Estrada. Ismael Estrada. Raúl Martínez. Rafael Martínez. Martín García Jr. Nathan de los Santos. And one of our members been out here today, Isai Torino. Assisted by Assistant Coach Ryan Smith. Yeah, the tallest one. Bring another one.
No pasa nada.
Ahí venimos los parents.
We do welcome everybody to come take the mics after. Once again, Mr. President, members of the board and community, as you know, we had an election last Saturday. And we're gonna have even more members next year here with us today. I want to give a round of applause to Ms. Sarmiento, Ms. Candenosa, Mr. Perez, please. Congratulations and welcome to our family. We will be having a special board meeting to campus with the votes, probably within the next 7 to 10 days. We'll let you know. We can have a ceremony. But once again, congratulations. Also, we have good news. The first time we applied for the LASSO grant, we did not get it. Then we had a meeting with TJA and with Region 1, of whom they take it to the high school. We were there for 7 hours, and at the end we got the help from TJA, and we are getting $200,000 from the state grant. I'll let you know once we get the money, how we're gonna spend it and inject it for us. Also, as we're planning to finish our budget for next year, I do want to tell you that we're gonna have more computers as part of the plan. We do need computers district-wide. As soon as I get the numbers, I'll present it to you. But every campus will be getting new computers. I don't know the amount yet, but I'll let you know as soon as I have the plan, but we will be investing in technology this up. Also, I know we had student right now talking about different programs. We have the plans have so much proof. However, we put some money aside to have extracurricular opportunities for our students, all the way to the high school. Actually, at the high school level, we have athletics periods that we have for the summer. That was already put aside for DTMS and the elementary. We are going to have an extracurricular period for our students. I do have the calendars. Today we met with our District of Innovation Committee, and after meeting with the principals, administrators, we came up with option A, option B, and option C. I'm gonna give you a summary, and if you have any feedback, please let us know. We try to get as much information as possible to finalize the calendars. We were looking at Santa Maria, we were looking at Westwood, we were looking at Mercedes. And we try to put everything together for our community. And yes, we have feedback from the meeting, and we are planning to have the parents of our community be part of the election for the calendar through the link and also through the schools. If you look at option A, the plan would be to start earlier. Without District of Innovation component, we would have to start on August 25th. However, today you guys are gonna vote on that, and if you give us the opportunity, we're gonna start a week before option A, option B, and before option C. So for option A, we would start on August 18th. That would be the first day of instruction for the students. If the community and staff members vote for A, teachers would come on August 4th. That would be the first day for the teachers and staff.
We put it as a work day because that's, the feedback that we got from the community. They wanted to have, more work days to work in the classroom and, finalize everything for the Meet the Teacher night. So in option A, we would have 3 work days, which would be August 4th, August 8th, and August 5th. In September, we would have September 1st as a holiday. Then for October, which that's gonna be the main factor for option A, B, and C. You're gonna see it as we analyze the different options. October will be the key component. So in option A, we chose 2 staff development days and 3 holidays. So the students would have a fall break per se, just for A, right? They would not come to school in October at all. Teacher will have to be here 13 and 14, and we will have 3 days off in the week. That's for option. Then November, we have Thanksgiving. Starting November 24th all the way to November 28th. December stays the same as this year for the Christmas holiday. We will come back on January 6th. This one became sacred. The Monday after Super Bowl, that one has to be there, and I learned my lesson last year. So option A, B, and C would have that day off. It's February 9th. Then we have spring break starting the 16th through the 20th. April stayed the same, April 3rd and the 6th for Easter. And we would have graduation on May 28th, and the last day of instruction will be May 27th. The Friday, the 29th, will be a professional development to finalize everything and close the year. That is option A. Let's go to option B real quick. Starts the same date, August 4th for the teachers and August 18th for the students. The main difference here is that we have 4-day weekend in October. Instead of having all the fall break, it would be Friday and Monday. And this came from recommendation from the committee. Then in November, we would have Thanksgiving, the way we have it on ABC. In December would be an early release of 19. That's the difference compared to A and C. The 19 will be early release for everyone, and then the Christmas break. Teachers would come back on January 5th for staff development for 2 days, and students would come back on the 7th. On B, since we don't have the fall break, we have more days that we can play with. So for February, we would have Friday off before Super Bowl and Monday off before, after Super Bowl. So it would be a 4-day weekend. Now, if you go to May, this is interesting because again, since we play with October days, students would finish on May 21st. The graduation would be May 22nd, and then we would have the 25th off. Teachers would come back 26th and 27th to work in curriculum writing. Or we would start curriculum writing those 2 days, and then they'd have work days, then the last day. Let's go to option C. Teachers would come back on August 1st. Students would start on August 14th. However, on this option, we would have the fall break, starting October 13th all the way to October 17th. And then in November, we would have Thanksgiving the whole week. The 19th will be a regular day, and we would come back after the Christmas break on January 5th for the teachers to have staff development, and the students January 6th. The Monday after Super Bowl would be off. Spring break would be the same for A, B, and C. And Easter would be the same as well. The last day of instruction would be May 28th. And Friday, the 29th, we would have work day and then the grad. Again, this was presented to the committee. I wanted to talk to you before we create the day. If you have any feedback, any recommendation? Any questions?
Okay,
Another option is somewhere. So really get them. Ultimately,
I have a question, what about in March for the FA kids?
Okay, for March, I did talk to the teacher because he was part of the meeting, and we are gonna have, the livestock show Saturday. Yeah, so we're not gonna have that problem for that. Okay, perfect. I'll check it right now. I'll analyze it and, yeah, today.
bring it to the committee.
Yes, perfect. We do have Mother's Day on May 13. We're gonna have it at the auditorium. Everybody's gonna be invited. We have it at 10 in the morning. Also, board conference of the island. If you're gonna attend, please contact Marisol. You can get all the information from Chief Department. That's immediately. We have the athletic banquet for DTMS on May 20th. And high school athletic banquet on May 21st. We're gonna get the invitation and we'll be. Graduation will be May 29th. I did talk to Hellas. We are gonna have the turf ready for that. And we're contacting different companies because we wanna have a nice stage, fireworks ready, decoration. We're gonna have a nice Francis Lucas and artists. I'm not gonna work on. Mariachi. Yes, okay. And then we have the staff banquet on May 30th. We send you an. Mr. President, members of the board, that's all I have. Do you have any questions?
Any questions for district courts? Perfect, thanks, sir. At the time of the adoption of the board resolution, planning to continue wage payments during school closure due to the bad weather.
Mr. President, members of the board, as you know, on March 27th, we had the catastrophic storm. We had to send people home, and then the following day, it was a Friday. We said that we were not gonna have school, however, we said that we're gonna pay everyone, so we need a motion.
Any question for me, too?
Make a motion to approve the board resolution authorizing the consumer wages and payments during school closure on that one beginning on March 27th.
Motion by Garcia, second by Guerrero, for side. Aye, motion passes. Number three, we're gonna approve the quotes for the time and attendance offers.
As we promised before, we were looking at different companies to get the fingerprints, taken out. Vita was trying to get other quotes, we did not get it. We got this one, which is the initial investment of $50,000 with an annual fee of $17,000 on a yearly basis. They are a fiber vendor. We did not get anything from Stripe Clock or Work Software. The name of this company is Time Clock Plus. You for everyone in the district, including substance.
What the annual fee?
first, you send it to
The annual payment is 17,800.
Then after that, so is it, we should get 40,000?
No, it's on a yearly basis.
17 every year.
So the first initial investment would be 52,392. And after that, it's every year to them.
And what happens? After that, is it after we got the first year, so we make the-
We're gonna be paying sanctuary and those things.
Yes. Initiate profit here.
What I can do is, one thing that we can have. I mean, we can do that. You give me this month to private will get some.
For everything, we go through their business, and I'm motion to.
Second.
Motion to, stuff, Ramos. That's the auditor's aye, motion passes. At this time, we go to C1 2025-2026 TA allotment of certification renewal form.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board, we need to take care of these some basic TA so we can get the TA allotment for the books and the adoptions and very well. By citing this, we're saying that our adoptions and the curriculum that we're using covers all of the teaching. Recommendation is passed.
Any questions, concerns?
All right, at this time, I make a motion to approve the 2025-26 T allotment for team certification renewal count.
Motion by Garcia, second by Guerrero, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Next to T 2025-2026 memorandum with JDE.
As well as just a renewal, for the county and the delivery ABD for next year. But that's right now, so we can put it on, as part of our budget.
So, any questions?
All right, at this time, I make a motion to pass the 25-26 memorandum for JDE.
Motion by Mr. Garcia, second by Martinez, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Issue of innovation plan.
As I mentioned before, we had the meeting today, the community already voted for those two parameters. One is to start earlier in the year, this case, 1 week, like we have before. And also the CTE teachers. So we find teachers that have enough hours and enough experience, we can hire them without having, teacher certification. Again, that is good for CTE.
I do have a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
We should do more parents. And
As part of the meeting, yeah.
How many do we have now?
it's good for the parents.
Yeah, today we had about 22 community members. Out of those, we had about 17 that were staff members.
Let's go out to the motion.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, only if you're. We can, then, you know, it's going on now. Okay, just one.
Yeah, that would be good.
Let's not do that 2 o'clock.
No,
Okay. No, we did put some topics to community the teacher. That's fine. But yes, the new planet, we can have to pay it to bring them, but then we.
Any questions? No, is it?
Yes, you need to be, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
at this time, I make a motion to approve the district innovation plan.
Motion by Garcia, second by Guerrero, say aye. That's the first time we're gonna do TMS computer. Audit report.
yes, we had, the audit for UTMS, as you can see in the top. Yeah, we have my problem, however, we're gonna pass it on to Juan, because anyone in person about census.
I know we already completed all the breaking testing. Now we're working on like right. Everything like. Every.
Yeah, they are going to fast.
The doors, the middle of the month. We also completed the section for phase 1 of the laminated build of security. Build. So all the doors, all the main doors are already completely laminated. Security.
You're going on.
Yes, so actually, he does it, I do it, and then we send, events as well.
Just make sure that they're down. And how about the. Okay. The electric motor.
We have some that are electric, yes, some of them are electric with motion capture for the buses, some of them with the park and people. Some of them they're just new.
Any other questions on the D1?
Need a motion.
That's.
At this time, I make a motion to approve the use of Mr. Truder detection, already, but no, never mind. Yeah, what was that one, right?
Yeah.
See a Mr. Truder detection audit report.
Motion by Garcia, second by Guerrero, say aye. Motion passes. It's on the term tracking applications.
We have Mr.
Good evening, board. My name is Board Russell with Open Service. And I received the report on the football field. Over the past 30 days, the contract has completed the installation of the members system, which is a catch system that will collect the water and drain from the football field. Also, the contractors have started to deploy the concrete for the new turf field. They'll be grading, leveling, and smoothing the concrete in order to ensure that the new turf field will fit properly. That is it for the football field and also for the track. They just received the film, which will be used to grade the track, and they've already started commencing on it. And also, we've got a construction piece, much will be working for the 2023, and the total earning will be 18,800.2, with previous building, previous stagnant 114 billion of $4,746 and 28 cents, and that is price for our Eagles. And that was an invoice from April 27th. And also we have another invoice, which is the with the current billing of $7,700 and $72.16 on values also. And also we have the applications that is my house construction, in which that is decision by and we do that.
Questions, sorry.
There's the next chief work.
Basically, mostly Mr. Russell knows about that. I'm not sure what my word about.
But there's no, there's no change.
There's no change.
There's no change order. We don't change it. No, we proven the payment. Yeah, true.
Never very.
I didn't review the pay app, but the pay app is a word across the project pay application that things are being certified. So the attorney or the superintendent can verify the pay app. It's our engineer who is presenting the pay app and signing off on it. So if it's signed up on the pay app, that's our engineer certifying that that component of the project has been fulfilled and is ready to pay.
Are we good?
Yes.
Perfect, okay. This time I'll make a motion to approve the turf and track payment applications.
Motion by Lucius, taking on the other members, aye. Thank you, Mr. Russell.
Thank you.
Yes, we got the invoice here for the month of March. One of the $2,538 before you.
Any questions? Did you guys see your lips?
On March 14th, the drug test for the bus, which I guess is the bus driver and the maintenance department, is that for the whole department or do we feel that only a few?
That's for the whole.
So everybody got this.
Any questions? Investment report?
Total invest, March 31st, 10,552,000, with total earnings for the month of 38,690. Those required work.
Any questions on the list?
This time I make a motion to approve the rest of the report.
Motion by Lucius, moving on from side, I motion passes. Next question.
The total collected today, 3.1 million, total outstanding
965,000 with 83% collection. And for the month of March. Those are very low.
Okay, this topic, a motion to approve the tax collation report as it presented.
Motion by Garcia, second by Alonso Persona. Budget, amendment, we have a budget amendment.
You have a budget amendment.
I mean, amendment, we have it.
You have a budget amendment to, for three expenditures based on our current, current expenditures. We're not increasing the revenues, in the back, you have also a comparison between how we started, which, 1,280 students, how we're projecting it to end it with 1,173 students, which is coming from 144 students. But even like that, we have already projected revenues close to what we're gonna receive, use the expenditure, so to match our projection.
The money is 45?
3, 4. 45.
45.
Okay, guys, so this topic, a motion to approve the budget amendment.
Motion by Garcia, second by Alonso Persona.
This year we do have budget update, total revenue received, 12.6 million, total expenditure, 10.8 million, with total encumbrance of 2.2 million. This for review.
Purchase amendment 637, 36, and executive.